Hey, kindness starts here. This your girl Quill, the one that keeps it real. Let that trill to give you a thrill. That is beauty filled with looks that can kill. Hey, welcome back to God's Kingdom of Tarot Show. Tarot Show. You better act like you know, okay? Yeah, this is getting crazy, but we seeing this shit. You believe me now? You believe me now? Good. Okay. You believe me now? Good. Okay. So some of these people, because I feel like my connection was just going out, all right? So look at this. Y'all just getting so fucking sloppy and ugly. You ugly ass motherfuckers. Uglas. Uglas. Okay. Anyway, so some of these people act like they love and care about you just to pay for the sacrifice, okay? The sacrifice. So it could be you. It could be someone you love, someone you're close to. It could be anything. I mean, anyone. Yeah, anything. And anyone that they care about as well. So what I get from this energy, what I get from this download is a lot of us, a lot of you, a lot of us, however you want to look at it, have people in our lives to us to our face, telling us that they love and care about us. Okay? To get you convinced, right? To throw you off scent. And to throw the people who threaten them, recruit them, approach them with threats, pain, exerting pain, you to this face of this group or organization or just this person. There's many different people in your life, but some of y'all is just a few people, one at a time. People working simultaneously, and not knowing about everybody wanting to get you. Thank you for the first like. Bonus blessings to you. First like, get bonus blessings over here, and shout out to the 12 people. Okay, I got to say that because they say I'm talking to myself. So these people will recruit them. I did a reading about that like a few months back that said not only were you protecting them from attacks, you were protecting them from recruitment. Because once they recruit you, it's like you got caught in their web, they got their claws in you, and they're gonna threaten you with something, or they already exerted pain to introduce you, like I was just talking about, to this face of this organization, this person, these people working by themselves simultaneously. Okay, so thank you for the second like. Bonus blessings to you. So these people would approach them, right? And then they threaten them or they hurt them, and to get them to stop, they like, if you want me to stop, you gotta tell me what you know about her. Tell me what you know about him. Oh, you gotta do this. Oh, this person loves this. This person loves that, and you gotta do something to make them lose that. If you want us to get off your neck, get your foot off your neck. But the reason why they approached these people that know you, just know you, some of them motherfuckers just know you. They don't know the deep inner you though. They just know you, your acquaintance. But before they approached you, before they approached them, they saw what type of connection you had. Okay? Something in them told them that, okay, I can get this person to carry out this plan. So most of the time, they're only bold enough to approach these people if you guys look like you have a close enough bond and connection, or it looks like you guys can't be separated. So some of these people know that. Some of these people know that they know about your connection. They know how far you're willing to go for them or not. But some of them don't. But we're going to focus on these people knowing what type of connection you have. But we're going to also flip the scene and show you how these people are, so the people they approached are basically using this connection to cover up something, okay? And those people who are trying to approach them see this thing that they're trying to cover. I mean, see the cover. They only see the cover. So that's why there's a possibility that these people don't like you, really, but they're claiming that they love and care about you, right? It's a shell. And everybody else sees the shell, but they don't understand it's a shell that's protecting something that wants to be hidden from even them, anybody else, and even you. They see this. Thank you for the third like. Bonus blessings to you. Okay. They came through without nobody needed to get in the chat. Thank y'all. If y'all new here, welcome. Shout out to the 16 people up in here. Thank y'all so much for trusting me to be a reader. I hope that you consider and decide to subscribe, join this tribe, this kingdom of God. We're building here through tarot. And if you're OG God and Goddess, then what up? Thank you so much for trusting me again to be a reader. I hope you enjoy. Okay. And we continue to connect. So they witnessed this thing that they're using to cover up, like a blanket. So they see this blanket that they have for you. So sometimes these people know, oh, this is why they think I'm close to them. This is why they think I love them. But sometimes these people don't. But we're going to focus on them knowing. So we're gonna make this cover more believable. We're gonna make this quilt. They've been wrapping themselves up. It's spinning around a circle and more believable. So they'll get them in this place where they're exerting hurt on them, exerting pain on them, inflicting pain on them. And to get them to stop, it's like a torture room. It's like figuratively or literally. To get them to stop, they'll say what they're doing to you. Because they're also like, so when they're being hurt, you're being hurt, okay? But it's a battle of who's able to stand in more. And then they're only given an opportunity to get it to stop. You're not, okay? So if they want to keep something covered, if it ain't, if whatever they're offering or presenting and proposing is not better than what they're trying to keep hidden, they're gonna sorry, I'm thinking so many ways right now. But yeah, so if they don't get whatever I just said, oh, y'all trying to attack me? Who attacking me? Is this God? I don't know. You know, the attacks seem the same. Okay, that's mean I have endurance. I mean I have strength, motherfucker. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know if it's welcome pain or not now. Okay, bring it on, motherfucker. Bring it on. Okay, try to steal my shit, but you look like shit. Okay, I'm always the one who's down with it. Okay. Anyway, that's from the movie Bring It On, and I remixed it. But yeah, so if they know it, so if whatever they're proposing to them to get them to stop inflicting pain on them, if it's not greater than this cover that they created to hide something, they will lean on the side of continuing to make that cover up. And it only makes sense. It sounds natural. You know, maybe they're going to make this quilt warmer, give it another layer or something like that to convince them that they care about you. But the only reason why they want them to know they care about you so they can stop hurting them. Okay, I really hope that came out right. I feel like it did. And then they put on this show. So this quilt is a figurative example. Thank you for the fourth like, and may God bless you just for that. Bonusly too. Okay. And so this quilt, they added another layer, right? So they're saying, they're even probably trying to egg it on to you, show you a little bit more how they love and care about you. So now this quilt is being used to cover up what they got going on and what you got going on. But it's their quilt. So they know what's underneath it. And in order for that relationship to keep happening, they got to act like they care about you. But deep down inside, they don't give a fuck about you. But they have things at stake that need to stay under wraps, and you're the better sacrifice. Heard it? Thank you. You're the better sacrifice. So that's what I'm getting into. A sister is very significant. We got Isis here with protection. I think about her as I am your sis. Okay. And sometimes when people say sis, I think about sus. Okay. Especially if they've been showing me reasons why. Wow. Why they are suspect. But we have Mithras with sacrifice. We're talking about sacrifices. That's second. I don't know if y'all heard me shuffling, but I shuffled and this card flopped out. Okay. Thank you for the 5th like. Bonus blessings to you too. Okay. And Mithra's name means myth of Ra. Okay. Or a myth of somebody. See, they told lies on you, that quilt. But those lies were probably wrapped up in goodness. So these people that are trying to recruit them or propose shit to them, offer them shit, won't be suspecting that they were just giving you a pawn. Because that's what we end up being. If you don't give a fuck about me and somebody's threatening you with my life, it won't matter to you if they do end up succeeding, right? It won't matter. Unless something connected to me that should keep me safe or make them want to keep me safe to protect them. But they ain't looking at it like that. They think they got you full. They think they got these people full. So if y'all recruiters, whoever the fuck you are watching, a lot of them have fooled you. Okay? They don't give a fuck about us. They don't like us. So you let off their neck for no reason. You let them go scotch-free. And y'all over here worrying about us. Trying to incriminate us. Everywhere I fucking look, there's a police trying to sit there and fucking patrol me. I had a car sitting in the same parking lot that I haven't sat in. And it had whatever the car had, K9 unit on it. And it stayed there. Acting like it was eating. They were eating and and stuff like that. The quilt. And I don't be doing nothing. One time a police approached me and I started crying, breaking down, crying. And he thinking like I'm crying because I'm guilty. He was like, what, did you have warrants or something? No. And you could go check right now. Then random motherfuckers come to this park and use the bathroom. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Stop doing that shit. We already had an instance where a guy was in a boy's bathroom doing drugs with another girl in a bathroom with no doors on it at a park. Making special efforts to come to the bathroom in his park. And now they ain't doing the cars no more because they probably lost the cars or don't want them fucking cars no more and having motherfuckers sit at the bench. Like, who are y'all trying to convince at this point? So I see this motherfucker sitting at the bench. And that's why they do it like this, because they say like nobody was suspected because it's a free country. You could go anywhere you want. Nah, motherfucker. Nah, it ain't that. You know it ain't that. They know it ain't that. So they see me. And then so I just started just looking at them and seeing what the next thing they're going to do. They weren't even trying to lift up their phone this time. When they made eye contact with me, they didn't even lift up their phone. And then, so I'm looking And they're sitting on a bench. And bugs start messing with them. And I'm like, you know what? Eat their ass up. He started it looked like he was A-Town stomping, crib walking, all that shit on that bench. And he finally got up and walked away. Didn't turn his head. Motherfucker could have dreads. You or them. Someone's name could be BB, boy or girl. Tiffany, Naila, Keisha. First, middle, last name or nickname. Or start or end with those letters of those names. So the bug shoot him away. He leave the park completely. Or, leave far away from the area he was sitting in. And then comes back. And sit at another bench. Like the bugs ain't gonna be there too. Y'all not training these motherfuckers? I haven't even been trained to watch a motherfucker. But I could probably find out more information if y'all hired my ass. But I can't get hired, right? I'm the subject. I'm the target. I'm being hunted. I'm prey. But you better pray. I hope you've been praying. Once you declared me prey, I hope you've been praying. Fuck is you saying? Turn the hoe to train, blah, blah. Yeah, I hope y'all been praying. Okay. Ride for my niggas, and that's for life. High class, but I'm surrounded by these low lives. They willing to say, take anything to just jump in a fucking puddle of what they don't even know about. You working for a motherfucker who don't give a fuck about what's happening to me. They give a fuck about deceiving people. Whether it's you. They'll fuck around and hire somebody they trying to deceive, and that motherfucker will end up finding out, oh, you were after me too? I was a subject? Yes. Like I said, who are y'all trying to convince at this point? You must have been here for 20 minutes. I haven't even been on a video. Or are you one of those 5 likes? Okay, as y'all get in my chat, acknowledge me by liking the video, and I'll acknowledge you right back. It takes more effort to chat than to like the video. It's easy and it's free. Or you don't have to. But don't say nothing in my chat. And then multiple messages like you want my attention. Like you that important. Like you've earned it for me to acknowledge you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the 6 like. May God bless you. Helena Troy, okay, yeah, they've been sitting motherfucking pawns in. If the Trojan horse, ain't this her? With the Trojan horse, they sent her under a Trojan horse or before a Trojan horse or with a Trojan horse so they could accept her. So they could accept the Trojan horse. It was something like that. And then the Trojan horse ended up being, the weapon that destroyed this army or something like that. It's some similar to that. I don't know the story that well, but I remember reading about it in school. Okay, so I paid attention enough. But anyway, Helen. Someone's name could be Helen, Heller, like Helen Keller or something like that, or Old Yeller. That's giving me those names too. But even Troy, Roy. Okay, Toy even. I even got like Yorkie, like someone could have a Yorkie dog. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, so, and she's here with Beauty. Somebody send people in to tempt them. I picked this up in my reading a lot. Act like you like them. Act like you love them. See? They acting like they love and care about you. So they know whatever they got them by the balls for or whatever. I'm sorry. They got them for, or they're trying to hurt. So that can remain safe. You don't even develop from love with them. You don't even develop from care with them. But they gonna act like it. They gonna put on a motherfucking show to get them to stop looking where they're looking, wherever they're looking. Even if it's the shit they trying to cover up that they think nobody knows about. You are the sacrifice. That's when we should believe in people doing sacrifices and trying to get into certain groups and shit. That's what they mean. But doesn't it say a lot about the recruiters? Where is their discernment? Like, there are many signs in some of these approaches that they make to people to show, like, they could possibly be bullshitting you, trying to throw you off their scent, even if they don't know it. They do that in, like, I've seen that in a lot of Law and Order episodes too. Like, yeah, we don't even really know each other. We're not really friends. I don't really fuck with her like that. I don't really fuck with him like that. But tell it to nobody. Oh, I was just saying that to get them out my face. See? It's going to naturally happen like that. But like I said, for the recruiters, like, why don't you see people are trying to deceive you? Why don't you see that they're basically telling you whatever they're telling you to get you out of their face, to get you more even focused on it? Some people would get approached and then they'll tell someone else all about their crimes, warrants that they possibly have and shit like that. Thinking they just, like saying, well, I know he was worried about this. I know she was worried about that. Thinking they're just casually having a conversation. It's like, if y'all really love these people and care about these people, why are you telling their business? And then the business from the perspective of where you're telling it. But nobody's seeing that first. You can maintain all the the pain that's happening to people just by doing that at the beginning. Shit, you probably are going to catch a bigger fish with the shit motherfuckers got to cover up. And I'm so sorry I'm yelling and cussing. I was like, nigga, I don't even fuck with them. This motherfucker I don't really like. I was just trying to be I was just trying to be polite. You'll speak to a motherfucker one time. One time. And they think y'all best friends forever, sisters, bros, or whatever. Lovers, soulmates. After speaking to them one time. And even the substance of the conversation shouldn't amount to nothing. But they clinging on to that. That's how I'm seeing even the recruitment doing. And that's where they messing up. Because innocent people get hurt when people don't fuck with them and they got shit to protect. That's why I say y'all could tell when you ain't kin to somebody. They ain't gonna have no problem disrespecting you. They ain't gonna have no problem allowing others to disrespect you. They ain't gonna never be there for you when you call. And I'm not just talking about like for money or, financial help and stuff like that. I'm talking about, like if you even just gotta show your power. And sometimes I just don't even bother. I'm like, you gonna tag me because I'm by myself, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do by myself. You gonna wish it was some motherfucking body I called. That's why I don't call motherfuckers. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. I'm gonna contain the trouble. And you gonna never come back again, and you gonna wish you never came in the first place. That's why it could stop at the recruitment as well. They gonna stop talking to motherfuckers like you. And all these recruiters ain't bad. It's just that they probably are working on some type of assignment that's legitimate, and they really needed more information from a source other than just hearsay, or they needed they needed information with sustenance, like whatever they've been watching, or they need a little bit more access, a little bit more time, during a certain amount of time, a gap of time, like, so maybe they just see somebody going to the coffee shop every morning. They can't really gauge how this person is, but they're not allowed to follow them around their day. They're restricted in certain manners. So they will recruit people. So necessarily, they're not following them. They hired somebody else to follow them. So it looks removed from them. They're not breaking protocol, all that shit. Like on the movie White Chicks. When they did go out of, off the mission and did things that didn't even relate to the mission, but they end up catching a person who was doing dirty deeds because the mission wasn't even fit to catch this certain villain. It was fit to catch somebody else or something like that. And then they did their mission and it was outside of protocol. A lot of people try to avoid that by saying within protocol, oh, well, they're not an employee of us. We're not liable for what they do. And some of them was straight up bold-faced lie. I didn't tell them to do that. I told them to specifically do this. Like I said earlier, they may not, the recruiter may not be able to follow them. But it turns out in a way that following, even not by the employer, they're going to say, I didn't tell them to follow them. In those instances, it's easy to say what they didn't say because they already was hiding shit, like this quilt. So they did everything to erase paper trails and shit like that, or things being able to be tied back to them. But some of them didn't even do enough. Because that's why it's here on my motherfucking table. That's here, motherfucking, energy in my reading. Yeah, so we got Helena Troy with beauty and then Hermes with communication. They both are in reverse, okay? So a lot of people withheld, compliments from you and stuff like that. Yeah, they do weird shit. Or they will love bomb you with compliments to throw you off the scent. Oh, if I tell them they look good every now and then, or, when they got a certain hairstyle, or they have a certain outfit on, haircut, whatever it is, they won't they won't suspect I'm stabbing them in the back. Anyway, I don't know who y'all met who hold on to that shit, and then in order to ignore that you stabbing them in the back. I don't understand it. Okay, that's not a thought I'm thinking about. Even when you're giving me a compliment that I probably needed. I'm not desperate for them. Like I was talking about, you'll talk to a person one time and they think they know you, or they try to cling on to you. They can't never let you go. Like, nigga, what was you doing without me? Because some of them probably wasn't without you ever. They just got the fucking balls enough to approach you, or it's time in the mission for them to approach you. Make contact, reveal their face in whatever capacity. So I was telling y'all a story about the guy on the benches, right? So when he left the first time, I forgot to add, and then it's at this park where if you got to use a restroom, the restrooms are inside the park. If you're near stores or storefronts or something, you have a better chance of making it to the bathroom, at the last minute or whatever, to the point where you're holding your private parts, your private area. You have a better chance making it in a random ass store than you do at this park. And that's another thing they're giving themselves away with. I'm like, you didn't come all the way to this park feeling like that. See what I'm saying? Without saying it, some of them don't even know what I'm saying. It's getting old. It's getting very old. But so after he left, a police car that's unmarked came in, sped in the park, went to the restroom. And it's crazy because I wasn't about to go to this specific park today. I felt people just watching me, following me today. And this was earlier in the day, after I got off the reading from earlier. So if y'all missed that, it says these girls are twins. And they tried to escape punishment by deletion. Some of these girls are twins. Yeah. But yeah, after that reading, I wasn't even going to go to this park because I was sensing all this. I'm like, I see y'all. Like, y'all getting, like, bold with it. Like, y'all might as well have a fucking name tag on and say, hi, I'm such and such, you know? I'm new to the fucking mission because that's what I see it, y'all as. So this police pulls up, holding his private area, and goes in the restroom. But he comes out very quickly. And honestly, I think it was less than a minute. Pretty sure if you was holding so much, whatever, unless you got a bladder issue, but I don't think that's the case. And then out of all people who have bladder issues and come to this park at the same time that I am, this is the instance that happens. No coincidences. I believe there's no coincidence. And not to mention, before I even start catching on to this type of thing or noticing that they're following me here, or, you know, seeing me here in general, you could barely get people to go in the bathroom. And when they did go in the bathroom, they were doing something bad. That's why they took the doors off. So now all of a sudden that bathroom is popping. A bathroom with no air conditioning. You got to drive all the way through the parking lot to get to. Please stop. Just stop. Please. I'm begging you to stop. Okay? Just stop. It's definitely harassment at this point. I have many more connections that I've already put together. Many other encounters that I have not shared. But I'm not concealing them because it's a secret of mine. I'm concealing them in case they will be useful in the future. Because I ain't scared no more, not making it there. You should be more scared than I am. Because either way it goes, you ain't gonna live to tell it. Something's really wrong with you and you really just don't get it. I could play a game or two, but when it's a bore, I quit it. Go ahead, just forget it. Like I said before, I give it a guy that I meant it. All the way fucked up. Okay? Y'all got me all the way fucked up. Who the fuck you talking to? That's my song, All the Way Fucked Up. I did a reading yesterday that said God did so much damage. God is like looking for places to put mercy in. Basically. God said, oh, so what were you saying again? Okay, because the destruction is brutal. Okay? Because you were coming with a peaceful solution. Or someone was coming with a peaceful solution that didn't even have to get to the destruction. But God's head flipped once you made the request of anything else to even just be done. The fact that you wanted something done, that's after that, God closed their ears. Okay, your wish is my command. You could be saying 313, 333, or 3 and 1s together. Woo! H-U-U. No, Cali. Okay, as I got this in my hand, and I was talking about that Cali fear. Okay, so we got Cali Ma here. Ooh, she is a beast, and she was born for the purpose to defeat enemies. Basically, she was born to fight. ISIS loved to fight too, and she was the first one. Yeah, she's here. Yeah, protection. Because now they scared. So a lot of them trying to round up protection. You say you was gonna protect me. I thought they ain't gonna be able to do nothing. I thought they wasn't gonna be able to say nothing till. Okay. You didn't wrap your quilt up good enough, well enough. But yeah, so they try to instill fear into you and stuff like that, you know, or they did all of this. They were trying to act like they love and care about you because they fearful of something, whether it's you or not. Fearful of something, whether it deals with you or not. And some people be hiding like porn addictions and stuff like that, and they're terrified of their spouses finding out and shit. Okay, Hades, death. Oh yeah. So y'all try to sacrifice somebody, y'all about to get death. And Hades kidnapped his own daughter and made it look like everybody else did it but him. He felt like nobody suspected it was him. Demeter, her mom, didn't even suspect it was him. Because he had everybody else doing it, hiring everybody else. Everybody be hiring people. And some of them hiring people so much they can't even afford it. They borrowing money to hire people. That means it's probably not a position that needs to be filled at this time. Work with the staff you got, motherfuckers. It's getting harder, huh? It's getting harder each day. Aphrodite, self-love, okay? So even some of them is like, you know, like, they even put like your just ability to love yourself on the line. Be able to. Hi, baby. If y'all new here, they took my baby. And a lot of these people, you know, were involved. And they've been trying to act like they weren't involved in everything. So I hear myself projecting a bit, you know, because this hits home to me. Even before all this happened, it would have probably hit home. But not as bad as it does now. And they were trying to hit me where it hurts. You see? They didn't let up until it hurt. Even more. Every time they hit me, it will bounce off. Or I'll block it. Or something. God's box it, most importantly. But God just let this happen. Because they've been trying to do this so much. And they feel like, you know, like, until they were able to succeed with anything in my life or, you know, anything against me in my life, they feel like, you know, like, they don't want to get rid of that plan because it didn't succeed. It's like, no, it got to work. It has to work. It's been proven to work or something. I don't know. Like, they're so adamant about this shit working, this particular situation. That's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and expecting to get different results. That's what Albert Einstein said, right? And a lot of things, you know, he had to overcome as a child. And he's known as a genius. Now, motherfuckers around here talking about people, kids, and stuff like that. But yeah, my baby tunes in telepathically to my stuff, okay? And they always talk about my baby, you know, his development. They've been talking about my baby's development since he's been born. Probably even before he's been in my stomach. I mean, before he was born. And he was in my stomach. Prometheus, altruism, yeah, you're showing them a mirror in reverse. And they realize you guys are not the same. You wanted to play a game or two, but you stopped. You started probably getting tired of winning too. Tired of seeing this shit. It's like, I'm tired of seeing you fail. I'm tired of seeing this scene of you failing. I don't want to see this. This is not entertaining for me. If you were on TV, I would change the fucking channel, motherfucker. You left me for somebody else now. Let me love somebody else now. How would you learn if I ain't leave? I guess I was way too naive. I should have been checked you, but I let you get mad disrespectful. You couldn't be serious, nigga, was you? Looking at my new man, wish it was you? But you dead now. Signing the cross on your chest and your head now. Guilty is what you pled now. Left Queens, hit Brooklyn, I'm on the belt now. Stupid is what you felt now. When you see me on TV, have a meltdown. Bombs away. Trying to sneak tip, hit me when slime's away. Rolling on, but I ain't got time of day. Time to tell Chanel, get that Lagerfeld, nigga. Dun, 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 dun. Now I'm all alone. Since you wanna be ghost shit, I don't really like it, but I gotta take it down, 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 girl. So when you coming back? So you never coming back, kid? I don't believe that. But right now I gotta accept the fact, yeah, for somebody else. Now I wish I never loved you. For some. I can't stop thinking about you, no. Somebody else. Now I wish I never met you. Baby, you left me. But yeah, so that's Mario and Nicki Minaj, Capricorn and Sagittarius energy, a neighbor as well. I think I was getting ready to tell the story about a neighbor too, or somebody who lived next to me. Bitch started talking to me first, and then like, oh, you getting mad because I ain't ever talked to you? Oh yeah, then when I was talking about me wanting people to know I'm by myself. So when we get into it, you know, she's yelling like, see, that's why she don't never have nobody coming on. Why coming over and stuff like that? And that's a good thing for me. But why is it such a problem for you? See people's perception? See where there's room for people's discernment to be all fucked up? Like when they say, you know, like, I can't fight because I ain't got scratches on my face, or when they used to say that, all right? It's like, why isn't the opposite? Why aren't, like, I like it like that, okay? I prefer it that way, okay? If I could order it like that, I would prefer it like that, okay? Let them be hurt to the point that they can never hurt me. That's why I have no scratches on my face. That's why I have no visitors in my house. So you think you could attack me all willy-nilly because I have nobody coming over? And then her friend gonna say, yeah, I want her to call one of her uncles up here. I need her to call one of her uncles. Like, I'm right here dealing with y'all with the problem. Why y'all caring about who else may or may not show up? Because it don't be about us. It be another sacrifice they ready to give off. So I was like, if you could bring me 10 people out of this situation, out of this argument, out of this altercation, I'll give you 10 coins. But if you only bring me one, that is not the one I sent you for, maybe I'll give you 2 extra coins. And these motherfuckers accept anything. Stupid asses. Just stupid. Okay. Jizu support. And we were just talking about that. Wow. Like, yeah, nigga, I can fight my own battles, okay? God fights mine. And God prefers me to be by myself, to fight him. So there is no collateral damage. Innocent people are not getting hurt. But you think it's a weakness. Keep thinking it. Keep thinking it. Please. So you can continue to make these dumbass moves. Our Asian ancestors are family. They've been very close to us lately. Okay, Shiva, the destroyer. Wow. They did all this to destroy you, to destroy your support, approach your support, use your support as sacrifices and stuff like that. Use them, these recruiters use even themselves as sacrifices. And now they come to the end of the road where they had to encounter God. God's like, oh, you thought you was gone? You thought this was over? Because some of them walked away. It was like, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. I'm not doing this no more. It's too late to try to give up. It's too late to give up. Is that Linkin Park? Okay. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Even God could have been singing that. It's too late to apologize. No forgiveness. God is going to forgive me for all I got to do is say sorry. All I got to do is pray to God, and then God going to forgive me or give me whatever I want. But you weren't praying to God when you was dealing with this recruiter. Did you take that shit back up to God? You didn't even take that shit back up to God to see. That's what I say about the story of Adam and Eve or Adam and Lilith. I'm like, okay, I know they gave Adam the word first, okay? And Adam was responsible for making sure his wife was also on board as well. As a team, right? Whether you like or love them or not, or agree with their marriage or not. As a team, right? Y'all got together to complete something, all right? Even if it is fake. You had a fake front. You had a like a storefront. Somebody could have that as well. But like you had a fake front. You ain't gonna even work to do that? To be convincing? See? Who are y'all convincing at this point? Unless they didn't want me to say it. Took it from me. Thought, the wisdom. Oh, well. So they was really playing with your mind, okay? They really thought they took everything that you had, everything that you knew. Oh, yeah, the Adam and Eve story. And I say that what they be doing with God. Father God thought things in town. Father God thought things coming to town. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They thought they learned everything they needed to know from God. And they could turn their back on God. Or they could destroy God. Or God's people, energy, whatever. Same thing with Jesus. But I'm like, so in the Adam and Eve story, like if God told Adam and then Adam was supposed to be responsible for telling Eve, okay? All right. So Eve knows of the rule. She's informed of the rule. However she was informed of, however long she was informed of the rule. She knew the rule. And then the serpent comes to challenge that rule. To test her. To see if she's even been listening. Because his lesson really was about listening. His mission was to even show her how to listen. Whether it was for a good or bad reason, his lesson was listen. God's lesson was obey. Listen. He was seeing and checking to see if Eve heard God correctly. But you even see that? He's talking to Eve, or I'm going to just say Eve because it's easier. He's talking to Eve like he know exactly what God said. Which could be true or not true. But that's how these people be. They don't even have all the facts up front. You tested me on listening, right? But you don't even really know what God said. And then, on top of that, he says a reason that he think God gave to her or did give to her as well. She disregarded all of that. And even if you do disregard all of that, why wasn't there a point in time where somebody went back and asked somebody about what the snake or the serpent was challenging Eve on? Even Eve, as someone who's been told the rule, why don't you go back to the source that told you the rule and then say what they said? Maybe I didn't understand it correctly. But nobody does that. Everybody just think they know. Everybody just accepted somebody as a credible source. Who the fuck are y'all? Y'all not even fucking credible. Y'all don't even know half of the shit. Y'all oblivious to some things. And then you think you can carry out and set up an operation? It reminds me of even Lion King. Scar did all of that to take over the pride. And once he was in charge, what happened to the kingdom? If y'all know. What happened to the kingdom? He was fighting so hard. He did some heinous things to be king of this pride, but even couldn't carry forward the mission that everybody gets to benefit from, including himself. He couldn't even keep himself a king. That's who the type of people we dealing with. So if you quick to take everybody else's fucking word and not ask, like, who are you? Who are you to tell me or disqualify whatever was told to me as well? But I'm the crazy one, or you're the crazy one. They don't even think about stuff like that. As y'all get in my chat, like the video, acknowledge me, and I'll acknowledge you right back. Woo. But yeah, and some of them really even try to take y'all back. They do this crazy thing where they have a whole bunch of stuff in a needle, and they could take you back. They could take you back in age, and especially if you got a sibling. The sibling could have been behind it. Someone's name could start with a D or a C, first, middle, last name, or nickname, or W, or J. They could take you back a few years. Sometimes, back to babyhood or infanthood with this concoction they fucking made. So you won't know what happened to you. And they all willing to do that because what? They don't love and care about you. But they really putting on that facade like it is. They could be buying you stuff. That's not declaring they love. And there's not many people who have the value of how they show love through certain things like that. Not everybody has that value. Some people do have that value. If you're wondering what I'm talking about. Like some people have the value of, like, money means so much to them that if they are sharing their money, they really got to love or like you, or they have to have strong feelings for you. And they can't be strong bad feelings, okay? They wouldn't dare, okay? They'll be broke. They'll tell you they broke. That'll be the first time they ever lied if they not. But not many people hold that type of value to give that excuse. Some of these people are willing to fucking buy you shit because they can put it on a credit card that they were funded or given to by the recruiter. They're going to be reimbursed, or, it's the company card, basically. So don't equate that to love unless you know for sure, unless you're using your discernment, please. Because I was like, if I was Eve, I would have took it back to God. Especially if he's like questioning, like he's questioning me of something. Like he's questioning me about something. And I don't expect, like her to know everything. But it's just like, it was an easier solution. And I saw that, when I first heard about this story. I was like, it just gave me like a father and daughter situation, or a parent and child situation where you kind of, you're trying to check to see if that person said that by asking them, like, whatever, like a question that pertains to whatever that another person was challenging. Like, that could have been a good fucking discussion over table. It wasn't something that forced you to move. You shouldn't have moved that easily. Like I was saying about the recruiters earlier too, it's like, at this initial deal or plan, there were so many there were so many red flags that showed you shouldn't even go through with this deal, especially with this particular person. There's no chance of success. There's not even some percentage chance of success. It's no chance. But that would have been a good dinner table discussion. Father, or, even Adam, her asking Adam, like, Adam, you told me, Father said, don't, eat from the tree of life or death. But will it surely make us die? Will we surely die? Because that's what the snake pointed out. You're trying to catch her up. See what she knew, what she didn't know. See if she was listening. Or whatever, like see if she really paid attention, but it was really listening. Like, he kind of choked me up on that because I don't remember if you told me I would surely die, even though I don't want to do it, or maybe I do want to do it. Okay, I don't know, but I'm scared I will surely die. Is it true I would surely die? And now we're focusing on that. Now we're not focusing on punishing someone for doing a bad deed. And I was always inquisitive like that. Like if I did something on the fly that went against something, it wasn't because somebody told me deliberately not to do it. It was something that I probably was unsure about. So there's no set rules right now. And I'm going to make the best decisions to the best of my ability, whether I have all the information or not. And I would consider that for myself, for the love for myself. Oh, I didn't even know. But some people use that so much that they don't believe the ones who really don't know too. They be fucking it up for all of us. They fuck everything us for all of us. And they do a lot of witchcraft in these bathrooms and toilets. So I'm not surprised all these bathroom fucking stories keep coming out in my reading. That's where they started it. Some of these bugs ain't even real. Squish their ass, they ain't got no fucking guts. These are the lengths they're willing to go to sacrifice you. If they were so focused on anything else productive in their life, they would be a millionaire by now. And most of these people had the chance to focus on it. I had a sibling, that every time somebody knew us, we had a mutual friend, or it wasn't even a friend because I really don't be trying to steal people's friends too. If that's your friend, that's your friend. Unless we start developing a collection that makes you want to call me something else. But other than that, I'm looking at you as this person's friend. So this sibling, she would talk about me like a dog to anybody who would listen, and anybody who knew of me, anybody who knew my name, even if they don't know me like that. And I'm like, what is she possibly saying about me? Like, I'm not a bad person, and honestly, I've been through worse things than her. So how do you even find the time or, think there is space to talk about me? Then they always talking about how I bring up my 2 degrees. But I'm like, I went after 2 degrees in challenging subjects. And I had experience in working with those degrees as well, to know why I make the moves and the steps I do now. But she couldn't even go to fucking college for fucking 2 years. And she has 0 degrees and been working at FedEx for 10 years. Over 10 years now. It's been probably 15 now, ain't it? And before that, she worked at Home Depot and all them other places. Had to go get a job of manual labor. So what could you possibly be saying about me and my livelihood? How I chose to make money opposed to the thing that I have and you don't. You should even be able to fix your mouth on anything I choose to do with my life. Because I didn't have this fairy tale wonderland in my damn head that you think everybody's supposed to have at a certain age. So that's why you talk about me? I don't give a damn no. I'm really curious though of how you could even say that. And you know what? Because when she was going to college, I was aware of it. And I remember when she told me why she stopped going to college. So the name could be Xavier, or went to Xavier College or university. I forget what it is. But anyway, she tells me I got homesick. And I'm like, and I remember when she said it, I'm like, because I was basically cheerleading for her. I didn't even feel inspired. I didn't even know what it is to feel inspired to be like, yeah, I want to go to college like my sister or my sibling. You know, I didn't know what that was like. Not because I was dumb. It's just like because I've always wanted to work towards my own thing, my own good things that I've gathered from the world that would be good to have in order to be successful in life. And I remember that day she told me that, and I was like, if I ever had any inspiration, I don't have it now. If I had any motivation that was created just based on her actions alone, I don't have it now. Now that wasn't a good excuse. How about some effort for that? I got all A's and a C one time. And I got a C in a class that I didn't like. So I was grateful for the fucking C. But all A's and a C. And she gonna tell me, how about some effort? And this actually was after she dropped out of college after 2 years. And might I add, she was getting it paid for. Her family was paying for that shit. So yeah, I brag about my motherfucking degrees because I had to declare myself independent. And if I couldn't pay for my motherfucking books through my own merit, own financial pockets and resources, I wouldn't be able to have graduated. So if I did, therefore, I was able to do that on my own. And I damn sure wouldn't have wasted no opportunity if somebody else was doing it for me. That would make me work harder. That would make me not want them to waste their money on me. They could be doing anything else with their money. And they deciding to spend it on me? Okay. Shit. I'm going to work so hard that they may want to give you some money back. Or I want to give you some money back. So I'm like, how could you even say anything about me when you got that shit under your belt? That's only a smidget of what you got on your belt, under your belt. Like it, and then she goes around talking about my livelihood or, you know, my stability in housing. She had to live with her families. I mean, her friends, okay? Her friends' husbands, people. Not her friend people. Her friends' husbands, people. So how could you ever talk about me needing help? And that she stayed there for years or months. Anytime I needed help, it was barely a couple of months. If we could call it that. Couple of weeks more so. So how could you ever say anything about me or my child? And with a baby, might I add. Husbands, people. And it was her friends' husbands, people. Not a relative's husbands, people. Humble yourself. Nigga, be humble. Sit down. Nigga, be humble. Yeah, sit down. Nigga, be humble. Yeah, sit down, bitch. Okay. I don't even yeah. Anyway. That's Kendrick Lamar. Be humble. I think it's called, or just humble, dot. Or period. Humble, period. But yeah, so Those type of things. And I don't really like to share, like, this is the most I've even shared about her. Like, I have to make this disclaimer when I think about it, because I'm like, I don't even talk about her at all. But how she watch me like a hawk, okay? You would think I'm always talking about her. So you might as well be, huh? Hi, Mother Mary. Hi, Aaliyah. Okay. They could be your angels. Think you just know so much. So Isis came out, and Isis was twin sisters to Nephthys. Okay, I didn't get to mention this in a twin sisters reading, or these girls being twins and shit like that. And I used to look at them as a saying, like, well, I understood why they were different and why people even perceived them differently. And I used to also think that Nephthys had more power than Isis, okay? Which could very well be true, but not so much, okay? It looked as if that way because Nephthys had a quilt. Nephthys was Scar. However, she didn't go through a lot of the great lengths that people are saying that she went through to sabotage Isis. But Isis was like the Beyonce. And, Nephthys was like Solange. Isis was just more popular than Solange. Nephthys. But if you look at them from different perspectives, you like them for who they are. If you like them based on your preference. But this ain't that no more. This ain't that. Nephthys did used to covet her sister's life. But she only coveted her sister's life because she was getting abused. She was feeling neglected. But she was getting abused in ways that I feel like she was contributing to the abuse herself. But I'm going to just leave it at getting abused. But I don't think her husband did it. It just, yeah. But yeah, they give me bits and pieces of their story because, like, it was hard for me to believe, like, they had any animosity towards each other, but it would probably be natural for people to always compare them because they're sisters. And don't they do the same with Beyonce and Solange? And, it's like, I look at Solange for who she is, and then I look at Beyonce for who she is. I don't like everything Beyonce does, but there are things I like about her. I don't like everything that Solange does either, but it's less what I don't like about Solange than what I don't like about Beyonce. But still, it don't require me to compare them as two or one. It's like you go to a certain place because you like how they do a certain thing. That's the same thing. How I look at these people. I don't look at one as like, oh, you're more deserving than Liv, and you're not. Because you're not as talented, you're not as wealthy, whatever. Unless you give me a reason to. Feel like the source needs to be exterminated. And that's what I think a similar dynamic happened between Nephthys and Isis until I got a bigger picture of it as well. Because I even, like, although I don't think Nephthys is better than Isis, like when it comes to this, it's just that Nephthys plays on the safe side of the fence. But she also could be prone to throwing her rocks and hiding her hand, throwing rocks into a glass house and shit like that. Or those are the tendencies that come with a Nephthys personality, even if it wasn't really her as well. It's something like that, because it's seeming like when I get information, I seem unsure about it. It's almost like I get the information, I gotta put it together like a puzzle piece or something. But anyway, like I don't get it fresh off the grill as, you know, it's supposed to be made. I don't even get it as is. Like, I gotta put it together, you know, like, even though I have the product and all the pieces to put together, it's just I gotta put it together, and it's like a puzzle, you know. So it's gonna take some time. But anyway, that's beside the point. But I was just trying to bring up, you know, the fact that people compare you to your siblings, and, you know, your twins, and your even if they're blood people and stuff. They compare you, but they compare you from the wrong perspective. And it was something else I was about to say too, and that's why I brought it up as well. But, you know, hopefully that made sense. Let's see what God says. Money flows to me easily, okay? This is the hand of Fatima is on me, okay? Hand of Fatima energy, you're going to have prosperity, okay? He has his hands on you. He said he'll see you through. Someone's name could also be Fabian as well. Destiny. Nuances serve a purpose, okay? So they had to be able to get through certain things to see how people act. I am loved and adorned by many in reverse. See, this is confirmation God is trying to throw to you, throw at you, pitch to you. A lot of these motherfuckers don't love you, all right? I love you, but they don't love you, all right? But they show around acting like it. And they'll even put on this front so people could feel comfortable coming to them about you. Could trust them. Could trust that what they say about you is true. Oh, y'all was just hugging the other day. Y'all was just talking, and y'all was laughing so loud and hard the other day. All this type of stuff is all a front. You got to make it look like, in some instances, especially in certain kill situations or murder situations, you got to make it look like you had no reason to want to seek vengeance on people, or, you know, whatever. You had no reason to hurt this person, especially if something like that comes up, you know. So they be so psychotic in the head, honestly. But, you know, like they don't think that far, but they try to think far. Making even them out, inviting you out when you're normally in, when they notice about you or not, I don't know. But then by inviting you out. See, I was just with her the other day. I was just with her the other morning. I ain't had no problem with her. Someone's name could be Nakaya, Nikita, Nikki, Nicole. Nicki Minaj came out earlier too, but yeah. I was just with her the other day. Oh, we went to school together. We used to work together. We used to hang out every day. That was my bitch, okay? I was working at this company called Kearney and Company, and they used to pair us up with certain peers. And before I came to this firm and worked, I used to work at another company called KPMG. And I used to intern for them. So they also used to pair us up with peers. And they will, and I hate to say this, but, you know, like, I really didn't have a problem with it, but it made me feel some type of way, because every time I would be paired with somebody, it would be somebody from my school or somebody of the same color, or I'm paired with them because they're the same color as me. And you could tell, like, we have different experiences and stuff like that. They've been assimilated, okay? They've been acclimated to the environment, okay? Because that one day, not too long ago, I was just trying to say acclimated, and I said assimilated. Let's break that down. I'm now a robot, or I am now programmed into the system, or the system is programmed into me, and I have a roam around this system to test it. So yeah, so I was paired with this person that went to Howard, and, you know, like, but sometimes other people, especially if they weren't my color, they would be paired with someone who didn't go to their same school and stuff like that. Because honestly, when I would, you know, speak to Howard alumni before I went to Howard, after I went to Howard, like, I don't know. They didn't give me like they had the same experience. See, they didn't come from the same experience, or, they would be egging on something that wasn't all that. So let me go back to the story. So yeah, so I was paired with her, and I told my supervisor who I had been paired with, and she was like, "Oh, Faith," and my supervisor was named Megan. Okay, names and initials, very important. They've been making me say more names lately, okay, because I haven't been wanting to, because I don't know who watched me at this point, but now I ain't scared. Okay, well, I wasn't really scared. I just never know who's watching me. I guess out of respect. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I don't be wanting the same people names. But I'm noticing now the names are very important for people, and it helps y'all identify and relate. Okay, whether you believe it or not, or you get it or not right now, that name, it sticks out for a reason. Because like I said, I don't want to say it, but it's useful for somebody or people. Well, yeah, so I tell her, I tell Megan that Faith is my peer or whatever. And she's like, "Oh, Faith?" No, she was like, "Oh, I know Faith. Me and Faith are very close. And, me and Faith, oh, man, we used to be tearing some stuff up. I remember we were on this project together and all this type of stuff. Like, we're, all this type of stuff." And then Megan ends up being the reason why these people don't want me working at their company anymore. And Megan's last name is Kearney. This is how much I don't suck up to people. I don't know if her Kearney meant that she is connected to the owner of the company. I don't know that. I didn't take time to ask. I didn't care. I didn't care what that would do or not do for me. I don't know. To this day, I don't know her relations to the owner of the company that is named by. And she got the same last name. Never occurred to me either to ask or anything or wonder until, all this stuff happened. And she don't want me at her company. And that's why it kind of came up, because she don't want me at her company, because she had a problem with me asking, "Is this racism?" Because I've never come across such a sight. I really didn't. Nobody even really warned me that I would be faced with racism in a place where I'm not doing anything wrong. I just thought, once you become a target of, like being disruptive and being a bad worker, they start looking at you more closely and attentive and stuff like that. And then that's when you'll see them, kind of those microaggressions and stuff. I thought you would do that when you have done something, honestly, Now I don't nearly think that, but, I was really asking, like, damn, is this a situation that's being presented to me right now? I was really curious. I was not trying to accuse anything of it, but I'm like, is this what they talk about when they talk about racism? And I might as well call all them motherfuckers crackers and any other racial slur in a fucking company or something. How bad she wanted me out of there. How mad she was at that remark. And when we go outside and talk about it, the first thing she says, "You take really long breaks." Nothing to do with what the fuck I'm talking about. But, like I said, I thought that's when it shows up. I thought that's when racism shows up. When you're doing something they don't really like. But they've taken 15 smoke breaks. But she said, "I take long breaks." Because I thought I earned my motherfucking break by now. And I didn't even know you was paying that much of fucking attention to me in that regard. And never said nothing until this situation comes up. But to go back to Faith, and, not tell her what Megan said, but like say like, "Oh, Megan's my supervisor." I said it like, I gather information, but I'm kind of wondering about more, or wondering if it's true, because she was laying it on thick and it didn't seem genuine. And so I said, "Yeah, Megan's my supervisor." And she didn't have nearly the same response. her response was like 360. It was more of like she was trying to be polite to say she even know the bitch. But I don't know if y'all noticed. I said she said we used to work on this project together. That could have been a key word right there. She could just tell me projects because I know we work on projects where we work, right? But she gets away with just saying we work on a project. And it could also explain why Faith reacted how she reacted, or didn't react how Megan even reacted. I could have been informing her. Oh, Megan going around saying she know me. I don't know what kind of project this is. It could be a cult. It could be a group. But they hide this shit. I did a reading not too long ago. People are in fake authority. Some of these jobs are just created for that day. Or they just started that job today because they knew you would be there. Because they looking so much into your future. They're monitoring you, harassing you, following you, whatever. Whew, I feel Mary. I knew you was here, girl. When I say might as well. Because Mary wasn't really a virgin, but when they found out about Jesus being born and stuff like that, they were trying to throw her, like drag her in the gutter. Like, yeah, she a whore and all this type of stuff. But like, it's like I get her energy where she was like, it wasn't none of their motherfucking business whether I was a virgin or not, who was in my bed, or how I'm able to get pregnant, because essentially she really wasn't a virgin if you wanted to look technically at it. But she was like, I might as well be. And even then, these words could have got misconstrued in context, like I was just talking about project. A virgin is not only dealing with sex. So that's why she say, might as well be. Because I don't use my virginity, or I don't use the thing that holds my virginity all reckless and willy-nilly like you do. These prostitutes, and always trying to say somebody else a prostitute. Y'all do that shit all the time. The sibling I've been talking about that been coming up in my readings all the fucking time. Every time I fucking see her, every time I fucking saw her as a little girl, she had a new boyfriend that came with her to pick me up. Well, they would let her take me out to places and shit like that. It was always a new guy. And most of them was fat too. But anyway. But every time, well, once I grew up to start dating and she could accept that I could date and stuff like that, every time I've seen her again, she had a new person, but she was always trying to hook me up with somebody in their family. Like, just because you don't see me with somebody at the moment in time, or you don't know of the person I'm dating at the time, because I was not always open like that to her. She did too many things to make me be open like that to her. I see those eyes. Oh, see it. Wow, beautiful. But yeah, it says, I feel Mary. Somebody is going to be feeling happy very soon. You're going to be living happily ever after. You'll be together with them for long. Couldn't we be the happily ever after? Someone's name could start with a T. First, middle, last name, or nickname. THB. Alright. It says, let my love adorn you on this. I am loved and adorned by many. So that even for that to be in reverse with the main message, it's like, let my love adore you. Nobody gonna love you more than me, okay? Nobody loves you like I do. Nobody else loves you quite like me. Something like that. Mooney Long, okay? But Miguel, these hips, can't wait to taste your skin. baby. In these eyes, can't wait to see your grin. Baby, just let my love, just let my love adore you. Please, baby, yeah. We gotta know that I adore you. So even somebody's really trying to work so hard to convince you, like, I like you and stuff like that, and they put it in too much effort. Look at shit like that. Gandhi could be one of your angels as well, or is he still alive? Shoot, I don't know. He lived for a long time. I trust God. Job energy, job energy. Okay, some of them didn't trust God. Some of them just didn't. They sought refuge in a job. They didn't realize that, okay, they over there pointing at you for not having a job, or, you know, losing jobs and shit like that. They didn't realize the same thing could happen to them. Oh, you want to feel a burn? Okay. It's going to burn for me to say this, but it's coming from my heart. Shit. Okay. Let it burn. Okay. Or burn. Is it just burn? I can relax in reverse. So it's y'all making it hard for motherfuckers to relax. Okay. Or is this upright? I think this upright. Okay. Yeah, my baby energy up in here. And then right behind it is one of the songs that I sung. Okay. He scribbled on one of these. And then so I left it there to indicate, you know, his energy. I've been sensing his energy since he was a little boy. I mean, little baby. Okay. Infant. Okay. Scared the fuck out of me at first. But I'm glad I'm not scared of that shit no more. It confirms a lot for me. It shows me a lot. No matter how much or little he talks. Shit. Imagine if he talked to fill in the shit that was beneficial for me. It could be a good or bad thing, but I'm thinking more of a bad thing. Because even how my son talks, he talks as if, you know, he's saying, y'all say bullshit. And then he says the word, get to the point, basically. Get to the fucking point when y'all speaking. Because y'all think y'all got me thinking I got to speak like this. And I know damn well I ain't got to speak like this. But he ain't say none of that. But I got the message. And even if he wasn't talking about me directly. Like nigga, just so y'all can understand, there's no confusion, okay? I ain't crazy. But yeah, so my song Lovely Dove, I wrote for him when he was an infant. Ooh, dove, my lovely dove. Ooh, dove, my lovely dove. Ooh, dove, my lovely dove. Say amen, my little man. I was sensing you too. So Mother Mary is here, and then we got Mary Magdalene up in the house. That was Jesus' wife, okay? Mary Magdalene was like, Jesus told me God told me when I was a little kid who my man was going to be, all right? Because Mary Magdalene used to get visions when she was a little girl. Same with me. But there were different types of visions. That makes more sense to me now. But she was set on it. She was like, I'm waiting for my man, okay? Or I'm waiting for the opportunity to be able to connect with my man. So all these people around me, all these people who treat me like shit, I ignored them. I drowned them out. Mary Magdalene, she came from a wealthy family. She was actually able to help Jesus fund his ministry, okay? But her family was kind of stingy with her. Although she had access to the money, she had barely enough. Like what her family had is not near of what she had access to. Like I keep saying near, okay? Near or far or to and fro. That's what Satan said in Job's story. But yeah, and she was able to help fund Jesus. But the thing about Mary Magdalene, because she came from such a wealthy family and she kept encountering people who were less fortunate than her, opposed to looking down on them, she lived amongst them. you know, but she never succumbed to their bullshit because she knew who her man was. Okay. So Mary Magdalene could hang around a whole bunch of prostitutes, druggies, but especially prostitutes. They thought she was a prostitute, but she wasn't. And she could hang around all of them and not do what they do. And that's why these people who are recruiting and offering offers got to go through so many lengths and channels to get to you, because you could be around so many different people and still stick to your values, or that's what you should be doing. I did a reading about you get along with a whole bunch of crazy people. See, crazy could be that, like, but people that people have casted out as crazy or try to deem as crazy, mental issues, all that type of stuff. But you know, you can hang around a bunch of people with a problem according to said society and still not be considered having that problem, but they can't. That's why they got to hire people to do that shit. They couldn't even last in some of these environments they sending people to. Scratching my forehead. My third eye. Even crown. But yeah. So it says, I follow my heart necessarily. Thank you for your health and guidance. Okay. Some people need to be grateful. Thank you for the 7th like. May God bless you just for that. We need to be grateful for even how far they've come. And I was just talking about even my child, like how I'm even grateful, like, of what I can learn from him or what was sent through him. I'm glad I can understand it. And I'm not just talking about his speech or what he says. There's so much more he says, and I'm glad I'm able to catch it. Because if I didn't, oh man, I would be so lost. I'm not putting all my trust and, you know, dependence on him or whatever God is sending through him. No. Because I know what it looks like. Y'all showing me what it looks like when y'all don't even understand. Y'all children, first of all. But when y'all don't understand what God is doing. And y'all claim to have been in a relationship with God this long. Well, who were y'all praying to? What was y'all really doing? I don't get it. Like, I walked with God for a long time, but I never felt so close to God or never felt I understood God this much. I always was scared that I wouldn't understand God enough, that I would be disobedient or I would do things and not know they're wrong or something. But to know, like, I don't know. And I hesitate to call myself confident a lot and stuff like that. I don't want to come off arrogant. I don't want to come off cocky and shit like that. But yeah. They've been trying to throw that song "Cockiness" out by Rihanna, and I haven't even want to sing it. Riri, its own name could be Riri, Bree. I felt like I heard Brianna when I said Rihanna as well. But yeah, so follow your heart necessarily. Even the things that you've done, you know, like even God speaking to your heart, connecting to your heart and stuff like that, you know, it's going to keep you safe, you know. I also was getting Michael Jackson's Men in the Mirror song, where he says, when you close your heart, you close your mind to that man, to that man, to that man. Oh, yeah. And then he's talking about, the whole time he's talking about the man he has to be. But when I really listened to that song, I heard like to that man, like for a long time too. You know, I'm just breaking it down. I think I never really shared it on this level as well. But, you know, like to that man up there, especially since a lot of us think God is a man, right? So it's just like if you close your heart that God gave you as a signature of his creation, you're closing your mind. How is your heart and your mind together when sometimes they never on the same page? But why are they connected? Like, why is it a requirement they be connected then? They're never on the same page. Why they gotta be connected? Like y'all, some of us don't ever forgive each other. I'm not trying to talk down on y'all, for real. I could include myself sometimes, but sometimes it is just for y'all. Sometimes it's just don't out here for y'all, but through me. Did you see my thought? But thought is keep on coming out. Okay, yeah. So they are visiting some houses. It's giving me visit energy. I am thought. Okay, the God of wisdom and communication. All right. And I feel like this was in reverse too, okay? Thought is bad, okay? I have enough wisdom and truth to communicate my ideas and thoughts, all right? And that's in reverse because some people don't even know enough information to be talking to people, to be trying to tell people something, advise people something, lead people somewhere. Like blind leading the blind, okay? But it just said, I follow my heart. Necessarily. I have enough money and resources to pay my bills and even more to enjoy life, okay? And at first I created this deck just for God, so I know what God wants to say to me, or what I need to confirm with God, even like I've been speaking a lot about in this reading too, like but to connect to God and only us, all right? Only our telephone. This is only our pathway. But yeah, I did a reading in the past, or y'all would never be bound to each other or connected to each other again because y'all don't be forgiving each other, or they don't be forgiving you most likely. But most of the time, y'all don't be forgiving each other, and it probably if you are the one that needed forgiveness and you ended up not forgiving them, it's probably because they already didn't. You already sensed that they already didn't forgive you. So it's like, even though you probably don't have no animosity, like your actions kind of explain like you have animosity over this thing, and it's probably because this person still doesn't forgive you. That could be where the animosity is, even. That I have a problem with you still. So it's making people do crazy things, making people hurt people. They can't. Idle hands is really the devil's playground for them. They can't sit still. This is the time you should sit still. This is the time you should be focused on sitting still. They don't want to do that. They don't know how. But yeah, we have Aaliyah here with the one I gave my heart to. Yeah, I didn't want to sing today. I was singing so much yesterday. And this shit been seeming more serious. And I feel like they be taking my kindness for weakness, or my singing for weakness. Like, she's singing, okay? She's singing, okay? She don't have time to pay attention to what we're doing, okay? Yeah, distractions they sending in. I Will Get There by Boys to Men, okay? Someone needed to go from a boy to a man, okay? Because I'm building a man, all right? I ain't just raising one. That seems too hands off for me. I'm building one. Like they build a robot. You care about every fucking bolt and nut that goes in this robot, right? Metatron could be close to you. He's that robot energy for me. And I think of him as God homeboy if he's not God himself. Or one incarnation of God. I've been running around in the dark. Been lost somewhere with no light could shine on my heart. I've known the pain so deep, but I know my faith will free me. Get there, I'll get through this. Get there, I'll find my way again. So don't tell me that it's over, 'cause each step just brings me closer. I will get there, I will get there. I will get there somehow. Cross that river, nothing's stopping me now. I will get through the night and make it through to the other side. Get there, get there, get there. I've been in these chains for so long, and I'll be free and I'll be where I belong. Hold my head up high, I stand tall, and I swear this time I won't fall. I will no matter what it takes, 'cause I know no limitations, and I'll reach my destination. I will get there. Oh, I will get there somehow. Cross that river, nothing's stopping me now. I will get through the night and make it through to the other side. Get there, get there, get there. That song is also on the movie The Prince of Egypt, which depicts the story of the Bible about Moses. Okay. It was getting hard for me to get that out. Oh, they want me to shut up, huh? I'm about to go in a minute, okay? Hold on. Okay? Hold on. Okay, stop fucking rushing me, all right? Miracles are happening for us all the time. All the time, okay? I am experiencing nothing but miracles every day, and those here I love with me. I hold dearly with me presently and in the future will experience nothing but miracles, lifetime after lifetime. Thank you. I love you. I have to edit that a bit because I wrote this when I didn't believe the evil of this world could mess me up so much when I don't do nothing, or when I do stay out the way. I didn't know that brings more attention. So I have to be specific about things because my words really do come true. A lot of this whole deck has been prophesied already. And it's come true. All of it hasn't come true yet, but it will come true. I probably received a vision about it, inkling about it, confirmation about it. Thank you for the 8th like, and may God bless you just for that. Whew. Yeah. We got Romans 10, 8 through 9. Okay, I wrote this when I was debating about being a preacher. I thought I needed schooling. I thought, I needed somebody to officially declare me as a preacher. And then I found this verse in the Bible. Like I was just talking about this deck. It will be prophesied even though it hasn't come true just yet. It seems like a prophecy, but there it goes. The world is near you. Near you, in your heart and in your mouth. That is the word of righteousness or faith, of which we are the preachers. Because if you say with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and have faith in your heart that God has made him come back from the dead, you will have salvation. Again, that's Romans 10, verse 8 through 9. So they want you to know, they want to ask you, God wants to ask you, do you want to be saved? Do you? Do you want to be protected? Did a reading not too long ago that said that. You may have saved them now, but they will always be the alternative. They ain't scotch free. They still now they taking a test. They actively taking a fucking test now. So if you say yes, Jesus says, or Yeshua, he wants me to call him right now, humble yourself and have faith. Okay. I forget what he says. I mean, where in the Bible he says this, but that was his answer to this question. Well, you got to humble yourself and have faith, because Jesus get really annoyed, or was getting really annoyed at the disciples in the Bible when they showed that they didn't have faith. Faith is the root of belief, or belief is the root of faith. It's something like that. But it's like, imagine who Jesus was. He would be lecturing. He just healed people, and motherfuckers asking and questioning his authority. What makes you so special? The fact that I performed this miracle that you're witnessing right now. But imagine living in a world where you're doing all this stuff, these good things for people, and expecting nothing in return, might I add. Okay? He has to go get funding from his lady. So he wasn't getting paid for this. And Jesus came in my dream when I made a certain card of his, and I think it came out. I probably shuffled again. I don't know, but where he wanted me to add the only miracle worker. Okay, only one that was able to go down in history as a miracle worker, which is true. But after him, did they send anybody else? How long ago was that Jesus crucifixion? But but imagine living in a world you did all that, or even before you did the crucifixion, and nobody believed you. Nobody really believed you. So I understand why he would get so frustrated at his own disciples that he chose to walk with him and witness all this shit, with him. It's like, you too? You don't believe me? Are you plants like Judas was? But do you not believe me? But he would get so angry. Like, I could sense the energy when I would read certain parts of the Bible where he's like, ye had no faith, or he's telling them lessons. It sounds like he's screaming at them. But they softened the blow a little in the text. Things are getting lost in interpretation, or things can mean one thing where everybody has a status quo of thinking it means one thing. It could be way different and more so true to mean something else, and not many people would know that. Hope I did. Yeah, I feel like I did. Okay, I'm not going to question myself, but yeah, none. Okay, none is here, and that's also even giving me like good girl energy, and that's in reverse. But when I see his name, I think about that song by French Montana. I ain't worried about none. Nigga, I ain't worried about none. Nigga, I ain't worried about none. Nigga, I ain't worried about none. But God, okay? We give glory to God, and it is shared back, okay? Nice, thanks, okay? So, a lot of people think they got here on their own. They believe there's no God. So they don't believe nobody could catch them. Did a read about that a few months ago. They didn't believe that this gift exists to catch someone in its murder, okay? Especially a murder, okay? And then we got Versace on the Floor by Bruno Mars, okay? I'm trying to I used to get Bruno Mars and Miguel mixed up. Those names and initials are very important, especially the M's, okay? Moses came out, Mary, okay? Oh, here we go. Jesus is the living word, okay? And I wrote, our ultimate sacrifice, the Lamb, grace, all is forgiven. The Holy King, we are adopted. And everlasting Father, a wonderful counselor, mighty God, Prince of Peace. Thank you, love. And then in my dream, after I wrote this card, like literally the same night, he came and he kept saying, the only miracle worker, the only miracle worker. And I didn't know what he said until I was almost about to wake up from the dream. Like, I didn't know what he was meaning. I was like, oh, that's what you mean. I was like, I'm like, really? Really? You're not mad at that? Okay. My bad. All right. I thought you knew me. You must not know about me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I wrote it in yellow, actually, and then as the sun even as well. But the only miracle worker. Yeah. So on the side, I had to add it in. But, Jesus is the living word. Jesus is walking the word. Or they feel like, like somebody is connected, like, more than usual to Jesus' bloodline. They're not saying that as a trend, okay? So this is what makes them so intrigued with you as well. EW, DW, those initials could be important as well. And the one I gave my heart to by Aaliyah, I don't think I can sing right now. Yeah, I don't want to. I am worthy in reverse. Yeah, they try to make you even not feel worthy enough. They thought they were more worthy than you. Okay. And then Survivor by Destiny's Child. Okay. I am not a victim. No. I am a survivor. Okay. And then it says, all things are working in the favor of the highest good for all. And this is more Kalima energy, Kuan Yin. I'm a Taurus, Buddha, and Oshun. Okay, her name means Oshun. Buddy, booty, someone booty. Okay, someone's laughing at their booty, or somebody's laughing at their buddy, their friend as well. I'm a Taurus. A Taurus could be significant as well. Even beauty, someone was laughing at, so a compliment someone gave you as well, or it made you the butt of somebody's joke when somebody gave a compliment. Weird. Okay. Kuan Yin, kindness. Maybe even people were taking people kindness for weakness or compassion. And then there was another dream I had with Jesus where, Jesus came and told me compassion is my greatest strength. And even then I didn't even know, like, he was talking to like me, or trying to put that in my head, like compassion is your greatest strength, or even just remind me of it. And I felt like I was thinking about something very similar, and he gave me the word compassion. But like, I was reflecting on that, like how I be understanding people, but like it's almost like they enter the realm or the field and be like, they made the decision already to misunderstand me. And I was just saying that about Jesus. Wow, I'll put that together too. But like, I was just saying that about Jesus. Like, imagine living in a world where nobody believed you, no matter how much proof you submit. Admit could be close to you as well. I am a service, or I'm a servant. Okay, people wanted to keep you as a servant. Okay, and this could also be confirmation that people are servants. Okay, peasants. Okay, pawns, all of that shit. But this is God Vishnu energy, and that's preserving energy. True effort. Okay, because motherfuckers are lazy, and faith is all we really need to manifest our dreams. Okay, see, these dreams are coming true. All we need is the faith of a mustard seed. Okay, the faith coming out again. All right, or how important faith is. This is when I didn't believe what I believe now, because um I feel like I don't think a mustard seed is enough, because we end up resorting back to people feeling comfortable doing these stupid things in the first place. So all they think they have to do is pay as a mustard seed to restore things back into their life. Nah. Faith without works is dead. Okay. See, they keep saying somebody lazy, I feel like. Okay. Okay. Oh no, this is single one. No, I don't want to do it. But my remix, Fire and Unbothered, um, to Fire and Desire by Rick James and Tina Marie. They can be your angels. Names and initials important. Pisces and Aquarius. Okay. We talked about Aquarius earlier. Nanette energy. None already came out. That's her counterpart. So a couple is here. A good couple who's gonna make a lot of money together. It's got my song Money Magnet on it. Money magnet, I'm money magnet. Money just comes to me easily. Money just comes to me quickly, and it stays. All right. Nuances. We said that. I am safe and secure. Okay. And that's Ganesh energy. He's the obstacle remover. Someone could be from the Middle East as well. It's all in the stars. God is nuts, says. Okay. It's already done. Signs God. Okay, so something is already done, or something ain't over yet, because I feel like this is challenging position, but it could be in reverse more so. Okay, Net was the counterpart of Jeb. Okay, and then their mother was named Tough I call her Tough Nut, but her name is Tough Nut. Okay, you are a strong person, okay, or a woman is really strong. All my needs are provided for, and she got strong money, long money. Okay, Hathor. Okay, or a mother is here to remind you, like, I had her, so she ain't never broke. Okay, or she's been born with money. All right, somebody inheritance. I smell it. I smell like money or something like that. I smell like the essence of what wealth looks like. It seems like wealth is on a table. I don't know, but maybe that's a drug deal too. I don't know. It was something else I was gonna say too, but sorry. A unique clear. Okay, so some type of power is being released to you, and you should be excited about the future. Okay, I'm excited about my future. Okay, yeah. There's something else. The ultimate creator. Yeah, so God is here. I'm here to experience joy, and I will. Okay. Oh, that song, 5-Star Chick. Trina says, I'm a 5-star bitch, and I ain't that other bitch. She be struggling for hers from the womb. I've been rich, okay? I ain't gotta talk about the money and the shoot game. All you gotta do is Google Trina, see the poof game. Ain't none of these bras doing good in the recession. They cars getting declined. Now they suffering a depression. Now Signing deals, eating all kind of meals. I'm a 5-star bitch eating 5-star meals. My whole lifestyle is like coming to America. You see my Louis luggage, see my bag, how I carry her. I'm walking in the airport like I'm in the parade. Dun 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 dun. Logging on the E Trade. I'm a 5-star bitch. Yeah, that's a 5-star bitch. Yeah, so 5-star chick, Yo Gotti, Gucci Man, Nikki, and Trina. All right. But yeah, so the ultimate creator, even someone, the ultimate leader of that, or the ultimate person responsible for something, that's given me as well. Especially in prison. Okay, it says, I am free from the prison of doubt. I can move forward to all good things. And I added Paul's name to this. When he was in prison with Silas, I think, they were singing, and then the walls came down, or praying, praising God, showing the power of God, and the walls went down and they were free, or the chains broke. Okay, break every chain. Break every chain, break every chain. Tasha Combs. I am Bridget. Okay. I was looking at Bridget too. Like someone's scared now. And we saw that earlier with Kylie Mom. They scared to come forward, especially a child. Okay, or a child feel like they did too much damage, or something involving a child. All right. I am Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. It's fiery fairy energy as well. So the fairies around you could be mad, especially if you believe in them. All right. I'm feeling like Jesus. Yeah, I don't like y'all believe in certain things. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not really, but I'm kidding right now. Um, I am the eternal flame, and each day my light grows bigger and bigger, like the sun. It gives and gets bigger, and no one can take away from it. Okay, what God has for you, no one could take away from it. And it says, I am joy. So see, somebody wants to be happy, or feels like they envy your happiness, and they want to do anything to take that from you. Kobe Bryant energy. Okay, he could be one of your angels. A Virgo man could be significant as well, or a Virgo man could be happy about something. I may be in spiritual warfare, but I have angels. Yes, so angel is very significant, fighting on my behalf. Okay, handling my lightweight. Okay, the battle is not mine, it is the Lord's. From Yolanda Adams. Battle's the Lord. Okay, any pain no longer hurts me and is working out for my highest good. Okay, as well. So be reminded of that. Although we have proved that they've been trying, or they've done it, or whatever, it no longer, your pain, the pain they try to inflict now or in the past, it no longer hurts you anymore. All things are working for me, even things that I can't see. Your ways are so beyond me. But you said that you would make it be for my good. So I rest and just believe. I know you think you got it bad right now, but I tell you, I know that feeling well. To make your plans for life and then watch them take you down and see. Let me encourage you while I encourage me. Yeah. You see the range and rain and wind. He'll speak it, and it will come to an end. Truth is, you cannot fail. You're in his hands, and he wants you tonight. He promised me that I'll always be there. Ben can handle my prayers. Something like that. No, not Marvin Sapp. Fred Hammond. Okay. All things are working. And those radical for Christ. Okay. Y'all God is just for Christ. Okay. Or God. Okay. I don't really like to say Christ, but you know. My mind, body, and spirit and soul. And only reason why I sung that song, because I was gonna sing that song earlier when another card came out. It said like all things are working out for The highest good for all, or something like that. And I was thinking about that song, and then it came back. And sometimes I like to sing gospel over, anything else, and especially something I know. I'd rather sing that. But and I was feeling like that, and I remember that part of the song. I know you think you got it bad right now, but I was also getting an alternative meaning for that as well, like coming from God as a threat, like you ain't seen nothing yet. I know you think you got it bad right now, and trust me, they know that feeling too well, because you've been putting them through that same thing. But you making all these plans for life and death, and you about to see them all take you down, be taken down as well. And I normally be iffy about remixing the gospel songs too, but I look at it now as all the same. But I'm more like cautious when it comes to gospel songs, like I reserve it for sacredness, but I also, like use it when necessary, because sometimes I can't even listen to gospel music when I'm too sad, or I've been listening to it in a sad mood, as well. So I would like shy away from it, but like I actually preferred to listen to gospel music at one point in my life, where that's all I would listen to, like nothing else. I didn't want anything else. I didn't want to hear anything else but that. So, so I treat it special and respect, like not because it's gospel music. Because I've had people get in my car and I will be playing gospel music during that time. I only want to hear gospel music. I don't got no alternative, or I don't want one. And they'll turn down my radio because they talking about something and cussing around it. And it's like, nigga, if I was having a conversation, I wouldn't even be thinking about my music and stuff. But that goes to show they only do things right when they believe something is looking, or it matters, or I don't know. Anyway, my mind, body, spirit, or soul are always listening and looking to be in nourishment. And this is Mama Oba energy. I call her the intelligent housewife, and this was upright. So you guys are getting yourself back together. I'm getting that energy. I'm taking my life back, Lord. I'm taking my soul back. Okay, from Tyler Perry's play, I Could Do Bad All By Myself. And another song for my baby that I wrote for him, or actually his birthday song, his first birthday song. Our big boy, our big boy, our big boy, he's so intelligent. Our big boy, our big boy, our big boy, he's so, so precious. All right. And it says, no harm can touch me ever. Tupac energy. He could be one of your angels. He came out in the first reading as well. Randomly, I think, too. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope that message bless you. Oh, here, Loki and Shekinah energy. Having fun is good, okay? Or somebody is trying to play tricks on you. These are the plans that they have been doing, especially if they trying to go through to certain lengths to show you how much they love and care about you. They want to throw you off through a trick or something. Coyotes, you could be seeing coyotes, or things part of the canine family, especially the wolf. Things that look like a wolf and are associated with wolves. I'm even thinking foxes, Foxy being cute or something like that. Beautiful, sophisticated, classy, grown. I'm getting that as well. But also coyotes and wolves, they all kind of like roll together in the same family, or they're like grouped together in the same family unknowingly. So even this, somebody also could have thought that you was associated with a certain person, maybe because they lied, or maybe because also someone misinterpreted the whole situation. And then we got Shekinah energy, okay? And she gives you anything you want type of energy, and she comes through situations where things just seem impossible. Ask and it shall be given to you. And I believe that's a verse in the Bible, okay? If you knock, the door will be open, okay? Or is that the one with the kingdom? I can't remember. But seek the kingdom of God first, and then all these things will be added to you. That's what it says. I think it's Matthew 6. Make your intentions and requests known, okay? Because somebody didn't go through the proper channel, authority, chain of command as well. I have grace. I am grace, which is quiet energy. She comes out of her own. So it's like somebody is going to be needing that, but they're even saying that to reassure you, like, you are grace, like you are the reason that they even get grace, all right? And you have grace, okay? You have the ability, authority to distribute that grace as well. So I'm gonna leave it there. There was one in this Barbie deck, but I don't want to do this. I'm done. I feel my mood. I felt it. I feel this energy, and I'm not running from it. It's just that I'm not spending. I ain't spending no time to try to shove something down your throat. Okay. I'm not about to test to feed you. Okay, or whatever it's called, to feed you. Somebody about to get fucked up that bad that you gonna need to eat like that, bitch. Anyway, radiance and then elegance. Yeah, I was getting this energy. Confidence, interact. Okay, so somebody don't want to interact with you because you're confident, or they want to interact with you because you're confident, knowing your worth. Okay, somebody's going to be negotiating a deal. It could be for anything as well, or this is more confirmation that they've been negotiating deals because you're beautiful. Okay, even models or scouts or something, energy is here as well. Elegance, or somebody's watching someone post their content of that type of thing in a beauty industry or something like that. It could be it, but it don't have to. I'm just getting that energy. All right. Elegance, graceful, I am grace. Look, graceful, dignity, classy. Wow, sophisticated. All right. So even you being a person probably who went to school and finished as well, people still find something to say about you. Graduation, passing tests, initiation, advancement, next step. So you're gonna see a lot of things coming up for you. All right. Yeah, but you also probably were given a test and then you passed it. Teacher, okay, somebody's gonna teach you something, or you're gonna learn something. Advisor, mentor, help, still learning, inspire, okay? Or somebody could feel like they inspired you, or they're coming under the guise that you inspired them as a fan or something like that. So celebrity energy as well. Staying in, okay? So somebody could also be advised to, not be seen, avoid certain places as well. What is that? Isolation, not doing, not now, downtime, and avoiding. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so you shouldn't be in, like, I don't know. Anyway, take it as it resonates. Sugar daddy in reverse. Okay, so sugar daddy in reverse. Somebody could have got rid of their sugar daddy, but also their sugar daddy relationship or sugar mama relationship is taking a turn in some type of way. It could be good or bad. Gifts, wealthy partner, beneficial relationship. And I was talking a lot about how Mary Magdalene funded Jesus ministry. Okay. And then especially with Jesus being on the run and stuff like that, just imagine, like that type of thing, those resources you will need. And then you're from the most powerful being in the universe. Okay. Power couple, speaking of power, right? Influential, successful, and stronger together. And that's in reverse. So this mature woman, so maybe a sugar daddy found out a mature woman was with somebody, or vice versa. A mature woman found out that a sugar daddy was with somebody. But like, maybe she didn't know, because like whatever made this person be labeled as a sugar daddy, it didn't give her an inkling that he was with somebody else, or it came out of him being the one that pursues it or offers it or something like that, when she was already minding her business, had her own and stuff like that. So anything that happened in that case would be a bonus, okay, supplement as well. So take that as it resonates. It probably don't resonate with a lot of y'all though. But yeah, so a mature woman, feminine energy, female influence, a partner. And this is also giving me a mother figure who could be a fire sign. We got burning fire in reverse, or something about a mother and fire is significant, or they set their house on fire. Intensity, chemistry, desire, passion, and aggression. When I read chemistry, I was thinking about the show Breaking Bad. I was thinking about even making, like, how people make, certain drugs and stuff like that. So that scrumped at me. That scrumped at me. Okay. And then change. Okay. Or somebody change the location of where they do certain things as well. Thank you for raining down on me. Rain down on me with hearts. And thank you for the ninth like as well. Okay. Communication, or somebody even contact somebody within a power couple. Like, people are getting, like, appearances misconstrued, it seems like. Okay. Text, call, conversation, messages, and interested. Rain down on me. Rain down on me. And that's in reverse. And earlier I was saying, like, people are sending people to you guys to make it seem like they love and care about you, but it's all a ploy and a plan. Work the fight in reverse. And even them, like, showing you and illustrating like they would have your back and stuff like that. It's just to make you feel comfortable, I'm getting as well. Beauty queen, because you're the most popular, beautiful person they know, whether you're a man or a woman. I'm getting that movie, Love Don't Cost a Thing, as well. Beautiful, adored and standing out on stage. Okay. So, this is also giving me Selena's energy. She could be one of your angels. Aries woman could be significant, or someone on the other side could be an Aries woman as well, reaching out to you. But they were showing us, well, on the documentary or the movie Selena, she's on, when she finally makes it to Disney World. She's been dreaming about it her whole life, to perform on the stage of Disney World. And then when she finally performs on the stage, somebody throws her a flower that is a bad omen. It ends up being a bad omen, whatever made it a bad omen. It's like someone was waiting for this most important moment in your time, in your life and stuff like that. Or when they thought that you got the thing that you really wanted, that's when they wanted to choose the strike, when you felt comfortable and stuff like that. For some of you, it don't have to be, like something like performing on stage, graduating, that came out, even, getting a wealthy man, a wealthy partner, getting a relationship where you feel the power, where you guys work together, you're better together, you look better together and good together and stuff like that. Having children, did I say that already? But yeah, having children and stuff like that, like once you got to that point, you will feel like you reached success. And people saw that, or people knew that about you. You could have shared it or not shared it, and they attacked that very thing in you. Okay, they wanted to make sure that didn't succeed, or that didn't last long, or it was destroyed. It wasn't in one place. Sorry, I'm about to go. I feel it. What is this? The world? Okay, nut and jab. Okay, but this is the end of a cycle. Okay, I equate tarot to the truth. I'm going though. I'm just reading this one card. Okay, and then jab is lying on the ground, and then new is arching over in the sky, and and new N for new, because her body looks like an N to me. But in the middle of that, all of that, there is a girl standing with a feather on her head. Okay, it's like this is the most protected and chosen one. This could be a Leo, this could be Aquarius, this could be a Taurus, this could be a Scorpio as well. Okay, or it's the complete opposite. Okay, Cleo is around you. Okay, Ramses as well. If somebody walked away from an Aries or something like that, an Aries, someone walked away, or the title. Aries is proactive energy, or they walked away from their job to keep their sanity, to keep their loyalty as well. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here. I hope this message blessed you and you enjoyed it. Anything you want in this reading to come true, I hope it comes true for you and for you soon. Please come back and visit me in the future. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and thank y'all so much thus far for all these likes. I appreciate that. This is a lot for me, and I appreciate the small things. Thank you for raining down on me. Rain down on me. With the hearts. And my channel has been under spiritual warfare a lot, like in the past few years, or since I started this channel. I was actually scared to start this channel because of stuff like this possibly happening, or in a different capacity. I was aware of it, and that's why I did what I did, or how I wrote it out and everything. It's people who I was concerned about, still ended up in this energy. Okay. That's how obsessed they are. Okay, I did a reading about that not too long ago. They so obsessed, they blocking the pathway. They need to go somewhere else. Okay, but I'm a go though. But yeah, anything y'all want in this reading to come true, I hope it comes true for y'all and for y'all soon. Come back and visit me in the future, please, and check out any of those videos I've been mentioning throughout this video, especially if I mentioned it more than once. God has a message for you. Okay, God's got a message. God's got a message with your name on it. With your name on it. And thank you, God and God's team, for your messages today. I hope I did y'all justice. And if y'all don't know already, I try to make an effort to come on here every single day. I'm not quite committed to a time just yet, but you will get a message from God through me every single day. Sometimes you'll get more than one. Yesterday I did 3. Today I did 2. So, I'm just going with the flow of God right now. I give God anything God wants, okay? Anything they want, the God and goddesses, God, all of that. Like I like to spoil them, and I'm honored that I'm able to spoil them as well in that capacity, all right? So have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Kiss your kids for me. I'm kissing you too, baby. Kiss me through the phone. I'll see you later on. Da 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 da. Bye. Yeah, so bye you guys. Have a good one. Again. Bye.